It appears bitter feminists still have a hate boner for Henry Cavill. He just posted a selfie with his dog sitting on his couch, nothing serious, and it prompted a ton of replies about how evil he is. And they believe that he's not just evil on the inside, it's actually coming forward in the outside appearance and making him ugly. This reply to his selfie said, "Ugly spirits really be catching up to people. I don't know." So they're claiming that he's aging poorly because he is a hateful bigot.
Isn't this some sort of sexism? Aren't we supposed to like let everybody age gracefully, and that's ageism? Like, can you be ageist
only if it's
against
women.
a 45-year-old?
Only if it's women.
Okay.
It only applies to
Oh,
women.
thank you for correcting
Only
me.
women are allowed to age gracefully without being insulted. But if it's Henry Cavill, he can be bullied all we want. But this picture, I don't know. Like, let's pick this apart. Is this really a bad picture? Because I'm trying to see what they're seeing, and it just looks like the same Henry Cavill to me.
Looks like the same Henry Cavill you always see.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's like he's got like the medium length long hair, which literally never looks good.
Yeah,
so,
it's not a good look
like,
for anybody.
There is a hard, like when you want to grow your hair out that long, between, you know, if you want to do the shoulder length hair as a guy, look, all the pro wrestlers do it fine. But when it's like here,
Oh my gosh.
like...
I just imagined what Glenn Powell would look like with shoulder length hair, and I'm disgusted.
It's like no guy wants to be
Why
like...
does it change so much?
I wonder if it has to do with like they got to get extensions. They're like, I'm skipping the fuck ass bob stage. Like I'm going straight to the long hair.
Skipping the fuck ass bob. That's the thing. I think shoulder length hair that you just saw for men is the same thing as fuck ass bob for women.
Oh.
In that it does actually take you lower on the scale of attractiveness instantly. But here was one of the replies asking, wait, what did he do? Because of course this can't possibly be saying that Henry Cavill is unattractive, right? You just have to be delusional to say that. So here were the explanations given. Number one, he said the Me Too movement made him uncomfortable. That one is true. And that was from a GQ interview that he did back in 2018. And I'll read to you what he said. In the interview, I asked Cavill what he has learned from the Me Too moment we're in. This is at the height of it in 2018. I've been fortunate enough to not be around the kind of people who behave that way. To my memory, there has been no moments where I look back and think, okay, maybe someone shouldn't have gone through that. I know there have been situations with people I've worked with being perhaps over familiar with some of the actresses, but I've always walked up to them and said, hey, are you all right? That's creepy. Have the revelations, they ask, made you reflect on your own behavior with women? Henry Cavill says, I like to think that I've never been like that. I think any human being alive today, if someone casts too harsh a light on anything, you could be like, well, okay, when you say it like that, maybe. But it's such a delicate and careful thing to say because there's flirting, which, for example, in a social environment is in context and is acceptable. And that's been done to me as well in return. Stuff has to change, absolutely. Addressing men's behavior, he says this. It's important to retain the good things, which were a quality of the past, and get rid of bad things. There's something wonderful about a man chasing a woman. There is a traditional approach to that, which is nice. I think a woman should be wooed and chased, but maybe I'm old-fashioned for thinking that. It's very difficult to do that if there are certain rules in place, because then it's like, well, I don't want to go up and talk to her because I'm going to be called a rapist or something. So you're like, forget it, I'm going to call an ex-girlfriend instead, and then just go back into a relationship, which never really worked. But it's way safer than casting myself into the fires of hell because I'm someone in the public eye, and if I go and flirt with someone, then who knows what's going to happen. Now, you really can't pursue someone further than no. It's like, okay, cool. But then there's, oh, why'd you give up? And it's like, well, because I didn't want to go to jail.
We just talked about this recently about the women who are like, why do guys just give up after like once now? And every guy's like, are you crazy? You're the ones who told us not to do that.
Well, Henry Cavill is the one who I believe is at liberty to say that because he's Henry Cavill. And he is making these statements about what it's like to be someone in the public eye. A man in the public eye, by the way, at the height of the Me Too movement. We're talking about 2018, not 2025, after, for the most part, people have woken up to the nonsense. Henry Cavill, definitely it makes sense that he would say this has changed my approach to flirting.
They were mad at him just because he dated Gina Carano.
If you're a man in 2025 who isn't famous or in a public figure position whatsoever, I don't think that you're not approaching women because you're afraid of going to jail, okay? That's ridiculous, and I stand by that is, for the most part, a noble excuse that is less embarrassing than I was afraid to talk to a woman. And that's understandable too, because the younger generations are very poorly socialized, and women are bitches a lot of the time.
I think the jail argument is a little...
Social media is a thing.
I think the jail argument is a little bit... From the people who make that argument, it's a little bit of a straw man, because I think it's more about being shamed on social media. Not even always necessarily by name.
He said, I don't want to go to jail. That's all I'm saying.
Again, I think today it's more like women use TikTok and these platforms as like a diary for their bad experiences. Sure. And you see all sorts of, and then you get the stuff. It's not necessarily about being named and shamed. It's about like the woman then goes back later and makes a video about your poor interaction. And even if she doesn't name who you are, it's still you'd be aghast.
But we're
at
still
somebody describing it.
Fundamentally, what we're still talking about there with shaming, that's a fear of humiliation and a fear of rejection at its core. It's not a fear of catching a case. It's not a fear of getting wrongfully arrested and going to prison for talking to a woman in a bar or something.
And look, the Henry Cavill discussion, it's because, look, it's partially that. It's the stuff about The Witcher.
Exactly. This was the next reply. Okay. He's been dog whistling to the Gamergate demographic for a while
because he built a computer shirtless and then said that I think that, fans are, they're not mean, they're passionate.
That's a dog whistle.
Yes.
He never said anything directly, except for the Me Too comment, but he's signaling to the PC Master Race and Warhammer 40K crowd, which are both pretty racist communities, basically people who watch Asmongold Gold.
So is that the whistling dog that they're talking about?
That is the dog that is whistling.
Okay.
Right there.
Okay.
Another reply said, he is known for going after younger girls. Supposedly his team had to set him up with an 18-year-old because they know he was going after younger.
Again, they're just saying that. It's crazy how much people will just lie.
He had a relationship with a 19-year-old for about a year when he was like 38, but IDK, if anything else. He is currently 42.
And he's married?
He is not married.
They have a kid.
But they
just had a child.
Yeah, they have a child. He is in a relationship now. But I looked into that, and I didn't know this. Henry Cavill was in a public relationship with Tara King, who was 19 when they started dating in 2015, making him 32 at the time. This was a decade ago. The couple attracted media attention and scrutiny due to their 13-year age gap, which Cavill, defending the relationship, stated that while age is a sign of maturity, his partner was fantastic. This was his comment. People say age is just a number. It's actually real and a true sign of someone's maturity. But in this case, when I met my girlfriend, I was super intimidated. I wanted to impress her. And he said also there was more furor around his relationship with Marissa Gonzalo, who was 21, who he dated a year before meeting Tara King, who was 19.
And he dated Gina Carano, and they were mad about that because it's Gina Carano.
Because it's Gina Carano, yeah. But that was before.
Yes.
Gina Carano's cancellation, right?
Yes. Yeah, but it's used retroactively.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're ever going to reconnect.
Yeah. Well, is she married? She's been in a relationship for like a long time with the same person, if I remember correctly.
Gina Carano seems like the type of person who would like guard her personal life very fiercely. Yeah. So we might never know. But yeah, as for the claims that Henry Cavill is mid now, it's just as ridiculous as the claims that Sydney Sweeney is mid, and the claims that Margot Robbie is mid, and I mean, who else? It's been countless examples at this point. You're just calling someone mid because you hate them.
Yeah. Also, it's like I will say this. It's like not the greatest photo. It's at an awkward length. I guess. He's like
you're Henry Cavill. Have you ever thought about making a flattering angle in a selfie before?
He doesn't have to. He's like I wake up and it's flattering. So it's
his
like,
life is a flattering angle.
It's it is, however, endearing to know that they can have this debate about men as well.
Yeah. That's
And
nice.
it doesn't just have
It
to
goes
be
both
Margot
ways.
Robbie every 6 months about whether Margot Robbie is mid or not. And I suppose that shines a light on the men too. The women are like, well, if Margot Robbie's mid, then what the hell am I? I have to be like, well, if Henry Cavill is mid, then what the hell am I?
True. It's a two-way street.
Two-way street.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.